The story of the first war treason or attempted coup in the heavens stands out as a dramatic and pivotal event. This celestial conflict involves the Vistan rebellion of Lucifer, a high-ranking angel who sought to overthrow God and seize control of the heavenly realm. The repercussions of this rebellion reverberate through the cosmos, setting the stage for the ongoing struggle between good and evil that affects both the heavenly and earthly realms. Lucifer, whose name means light-bringer or morning star, was created as one of the most beautiful and powerful angels. Ezekiel 2812:15 offers a poetic description of his initial state. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you: carnelian, chrysolite, and emerald, topaz, onyx and jasper, lapis lazuli, turquoise, and beryl. Your settings and mountings were made of gold. On the day you were created, they were prepared. You were anointed as a guardian cherub, for so I ordained you. You were on the holy mount of God. You walked among the fiery stones. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created till wickedness was found in you. Lucifer's position and beauty were unmatched, and he held a place of high honor among the angels. The prophet Isaiah provides a glimpse into Lucifer's rebellion in Isaiah 14:12-15. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zappon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. But you're brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. Lucifer's ambition led him to desire God's throne, believing that he could exalt himself above all other beings, including God. Revelation 127:9 describes the ensuing conflict. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place. In heaven, the great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angs with him. The war in heaven was a cosmic battle between the forces of good and evil. Michael, the archangel, led the loyal angels against Lucifer, now referred to as Satan, meaning adversary, and his followers. Despite their power and cunning, Lucifer and his rebels were ultimately defeated and expelled from heaven. The expulsion of Lucifer and his angels had profound consequences for the cosmos. Cast out of heaven, Lucifer and his followers were relegated to the earthly and spiritual realms, where they continued to wage war against God's prize creation. This rebellion marked the beginning of the ongoing struggle between good and evil, influencing the Benson course of human history and the spiritual battles that ensue. Lucifer's rebellion was not merely a power struggle, but an act of profound treason, created to serve and worship God. Lucifer's pride led him to betray his Creator. This act of treason had several dimensions. Lucifer's desire to elevate himself above God was rooted in pride. This ambition led him to challenge the divine order and assert his own will against that of his creator Lucifer's ability to deceive and rally other angels to his cause. Demonstrates his cunning and manipulative nature, he said. Discord and rebellion among the heavenly host, leading a significant portion of angels astray. By seeking to overthrow God, Lucifer rejected the fundamental authority of the Creator. This rejection was not just a rebellion against a ruler, but a fundamental denial of the divine nature and order of the universe. The story of Lucifer's rebellion carries profound theological implications. It provides insight into the nature of evil, free will, and the cosmic struggle that underlies human existence. Lucifer's fall illustrates that evil is not a creation of God, but a perversion of the good. Lucifer, created perfect and beautiful, chose to rebel, introducing sin and corruption into the cosmos. The rebel Rion underscores the importance of free will. Lucifer and the other angels were created with the ability to choose, and their rebellion was a result of their own choices. This highlights the responsibility that comes with free will and the consequences of using it to defy God's will. The rebellion sets the stage for the ongoing struggle between good and evil. This cosmic battle is not just a background story, but an active and pervasive reality that influences the pocket's Pevrakas world. It frames human history and individual experiences within the larger context of a spiritual warfare that transcends the physical realm. The fallout from Lucifer's rebellion extends beyond the heavenly realms, profoundly impacting humanity. Satan's expulsion to earth marks the beginning of his campaign against God's creation, particularly humans who are made in God's image. One of Satan's first acts on earth is to deceive Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden by tempting them to eat the braais. Forbidden fruit. Satan introduces sin into the human experience, resulting in the fall of humanity. This act mirrors his own rebellion and spreads the consequences of sin to all of creation. The presence of evil and suffering in the world can be traced back to the influence of Satan and his fallen angels. Wars, diseases, moral decay, and personal struggles all reflect the ongoing battle between good and evil that began with Lucifer's rebellion. Despite the pervasive influence of evil, the biblical narrative also emphasizes hope, and redemption. Jesus Christ's mission on earth is seen as the ultimate response to Satan's rebellion. Through his life, death, and resurrection, Jesus offers a path to redemption, restoring the broken relationship between God and humanity. The war in heaven also highlights the role of angels in the cosmic struggle. Angels, both loyal and fallen, play significant roles in the spiritual battles that influence the earthly realm. Michael, the archangel's leadership is in the war against Lucifer, demonstrates his role as a protector and warrior. He is often seen as a symbol of divine strength and justice, leading the forces of good against the encroachments of evil. The angels who followed Lucifer in his rebellion become known as demons. Their continued presence on earth represents the ongoing spiritual warfare and the various ways they attempt to lead humanity astray. The concept of guardian angels as mentioned in Matthew 18:10, reflects the idea that angels continue to play a protective and guiding role for individuals. This ongoing involvement highlights the persistent influence of the heavenly battle in human affairs. The first war in the heavens is more than a tale of celestial conflict. It offers timeless lessons for humanity. Lucifer's fall serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride. His desire to elevate himself above God led to his downfall, and serves as a warning about the destructive potential of arrogance and self-centered ambition. The rebellion underscores the importance of obedience to divine authority. Lucifer's rejection of God's authority led to chaos and suffering, illustrating the consequences of disobedience. The story highlights the reality of spiritual warfare and the ongoing battle between good and evil. This conflict is not confined to the past, but is an active and present reality that influences human lives. Despite the presence of evil, the brand of God's narrative emphasizes hope and redemption. God's ultimate victory over evil is assured, and the promise of redemption through Jesus Christ offers a path to restoration and reconciliation. The cosmic battle that began with Lucifer's rebellion continues to this day. Ephesians 6:12 reminds believers of the nature of this struggle, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This verse emphasizes the ongoing nature of the spiritual battle and the need for vigilance and faith. Believers are called to put on the full armor of God to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. Ephesians 6:11.